Alright guys, hope you're doing good. It's Enrique here. Welcome back to the channel. And listen guys, for today's video I want to break down a funnel that works 100% of the time for coaches and agencies, okay? And normally when people break down their funnels, of course they try to sell you on their unique fancy way of doing pretty much the same thing everybody does. But what I want to do is actually reverse engineer what makes the perfect funnel so that we can see how we can best improve the efficiency in every single part of the process, number one. And number two, most importantly, make sure that the only bottleneck to the amount of money that we can get is not our copywriting, our marketing, our funnel, etc., but the actual skills that we have as entrepreneurs, okay? And before we continue with the video, guys, if you want to get access to this workflow, make sure to join my free Facebook group with the link in the description. And that out of the way, let's hop to the computer. But as always, thank you for watching, guys. Okay, guys, so as you can see here, I want to first of all reverse engineer what makes the perfect funnel, and more specifically, how we can best increase the efficiency in every single step of the way. I will later on explain the actual funnel that we use, the actual ways in which we get traffic, we convert leads, we nurture our leads, we get clients, etc. But before we do so, it's important that we understand, again, the outside of whatever platform you prefer, whatever strategy or fancy thing someone tries to sell you, the actual stuff that matters, aka the main components that make a perfect funnel. So what makes the perfect funnel? If you think about it, guys, if we want to have a funnel that works 100% of the time, we need at minimum three things, okay? We need to have efficiency of ads and leads, meaning that when it comes to ads, we can squeeze as much as possible from the actual lead flow or the traffic that we pay for, okay? And also the efficiency of leads in the sense of how we manage the actual touch points, the actual customer journey, either inside of our CRM, inside of our conversations, inside of our appointment setting flows, etc. Okay, we need to have that efficiency, because if we're not efficient with the lead flow and the conversions, what's going to happen is that at the end of the day we cannot scale that. And the reality, guys, is that you can also use more ad spend to convert little traffic, but as you start to do so, you start to decrease your possible margins. You're able to scale through the implementation of a team, etc. Okay, so hopefully that part makes sense. The second element, or the second thing that we need to have the perfect funnel, is actually an evergreen nurturing capability, okay? Ideally one that is automated, because you think about it, guys, most funnels that people are preaching nowadays, like the Instagram follower funnel or something, or weird stuff like that, the reality, guys, is that in order for you to convert those people, you need to be pretty much a monkey, okay, in the sense that you need to be dancing all day, you need to be creating your short form videos, you need to be uploading stories 24/7, and you are required to create content in non-evergreen fashion to keep converting the lead flow that you start getting. Makes sense? So that's one of the biggest issues that I see out there. And it's also why the only platform, realistically speaking, where you can have that evergreen nurturing capability is honestly just YouTube, guys. And the reason why is because one video that you make today can literally get views for months, years, and for days, weeks, months, and even years down the line, okay? So it's important to have that sort of platform, but the problem with YouTube is that you cannot convert people out there, right? So we need to have a way in which we can actually implement the evergreen nature and the deep, profound nurturing capability that YouTube allows you to have on top of a separate platform where you can now engage with people and where people can consume this in an omnipresent fashion, okay? For you guys to have an idea of what I mean, it could be, for example, something like email marketing. And the last part is controlled scalability. What that means is that you should be able to do more or less as needed or as you prefer to. And what I mean by this is that most people out there, whenever they run like an Instagram funnel or a Facebook group funnel or the X/Twitter funnel or whatever social media platform funnel or anything like, any of these things, the reality, guys, is that you're limited to the amount of messages that you can send people from that platform, okay? So if you wanted to convert your Instagram followers, you're literally having all of your eggs in one basket, and there's just so many messages you can send on a given basis, okay? Plus, you're unable to be, again, efficient, since some people might prefer to send messages on Facebook, on Instagram, on LinkedIn, on email, on phone number, on WhatsApp, on SMS, etc. And again, most people out there, since they just like to have this roller coaster content creation machine, the reality is that you don't control the data, you don't control your attention, which is basically like running a business more like a gamble more than an actual company. Make sense? So these are the three elements that make the perfect funnel, okay? And when you think about it, guys, it doesn't really matter the actual funnel you use or the one you're planning on using or the one that I'm about to break down right now. All funnels have some sort of traffic mechanism, a conversion event where you ideally send people to book a call or to proposal, or I don't know if you DM close, etc. And then you get clients, okay? So some examples of traffic can be content, your ads, then this content or these ads manifest themselves, or the actual outcome that these things provide is outside of just nurturing people, the actual, new followers, I mean, the actual conversion event that these traffic mechanisms allow you to have are either getting a new follower, a new group join, a new opt-in, a new instant form lead, a new LinkedIn connection, and etc. You see, like this is where you actually identify who is the lead. Most often than not is once you get the follower, once you get the group join, once you get the content engager or whatever it might be, you try to get them on a call, okay? As you can see, there are small jumps between every event in this chain, okay? And these jumps in here are where you can actually squeeze that efficiency using appointment setters or long-term follow-ups in the sense of people who book calls but don't close. And of course, you can always re-offer them or you can do something else to them, okay? The point I'm trying to make is that you need to be efficient with your lead flow and with the system if you actually want to maximize every step of the way. Because the reality, guys, is that most people out there, whenever they have because again, the problem is that most funnels out there, the problem that they have is that you're only limited to the platform where people are engaging on. So again, just to keep up with the example of Instagram, the Instagram funnel or the Twitter funnel or etc., is that you're always going to just be able to message people on that one platform, and that's the only way for you to convert those leads. And you have to natively create content inside in order to convert those people and nurture them, etc., in a non-evergreen fashion. Okay, so hopefully you're starting to get the issue with this type of funnels. And again, this is just like the high-level overview. There are some funnels that might have more advantages than others when it comes to, for example, traffic or to the conversion events or to the amount of book calls, etc. So having explained all of this, guys, I now want to explain to you guys the funnel that we use. And I mean, I don't want to just pitch you like this is the best thing after sliced bread, etc. I think that it is, but I just want you to hear me out to see why this is the case. And by the way, if you're getting any value whatsoever from this video so far, make sure to like it and let me know your thoughts in the comments, okay? So when it comes to this funnel, the best thing is that you can have a hybrid way to channel your traffic to a single place. And let me explain what I mean. Remember when I tell you guys that you should always be implementing leverage in any sort of marketing or sales effort that you have in your company, okay? And the best way in which we can use leverage when it comes to organic content is honestly YouTube, okay? I don't really care any excuse you might say about whatever of, oh man, it's just so tiring, etc. I mean, it literally doesn't matter. The only platform where the more time goes by, the more valuable every single piece of content gets is YouTube. That's what you need to be on this platform. Make sense? And it doesn't matter. Let's say that you have, or you really love your Instagram page, or you have a lot of followers in there. You have your X profile, your LinkedIn profile, etc. You can implement this on top of that. Okay. So you have your organic traffic, which should always be YouTube plus another thing, or in my case, for example, just YouTube. And then you can also have your paid traffics. Okay. And the beauty is that, remember when I talked about having efficiency in every step of the way in which we run our Facebook and Instagram ads is by using instant forms. And the reason why that is so important is because if you're using your website as the conversion event or something, people have to do a lot of stuff. Even if you're running like directly to your profile, look at what's going to happen. You run an ad, then this sends people to a landing page, then people need to opt in, and then they might go to a thank you page or a book a call page or whatever it might be. If you're running to a Facebook group funnel, you run an ad, you send people to a landing page, you send people then to a thank you page that sends to the group, then they click and they have to go to the group, etc. If you have, I don't know, like the Instagram growth funnel, as many people call it, you're going to see an ad, you need to click the button so that people visit your profile, then they're going to scan pretty quickly, and then they might say this person is worth a follow or not, okay? So all of these things, I want you to notice the length that every single lead has to go through. And I know it might not sound like a lot, because it honestly is not, but when you are at scale running ads and you have thousands of people every single day, every second and every stage of the way matters a lot, okay? The beauty of this funnel is that when we run the actual instant formats, the ad itself is pretty much the conversion event, okay? Why? Because you see the ad, you click the button, and then you have the contact form, or you simply fill the details, and now you have the lead, regardless if they do the next steps after this, okay? That's what makes this such a powerful mechanism, because you're now able to get more lead flow for the ad spend. But this is just the beginning, because again, this is just the lead generation part of the equation. The beauty of this is that now we have, if they fill the form, their phone number and their email. Most platforms are there, don't really allow you to, or don't really have any capability for you to get the emails of your followers or your subscribers or your connections, etc. That's why we are going to install, on top of whatever personal profile we have, a Facebook group, okay? The reason why is because number one, it's free, and number two, everyone has a Facebook profile, and if you're running ads on Meta, it's just like the logical next step, because you're never going to make people leave the platform. Make sense? And now, through the membership questions, the people who come from your organic traffic can give you their email, okay? Their email, some strategic questions so that you can book calls and you can directly pitch your offer with intent, with people who already know, like, and trust you. And it actually makes it easy, okay? You don't really have to do any ninja stuff on the appointment setting or on the DMs to get clients, okay? And again, this is super important because now we're able to identify our leads, number one, but most importantly, we have a lot of touch points. We have the conversation inside of the Facebook DMs. Since we have their phone number, we can call them. We can send them a message on WhatsApp, on SMS, on Telegram if we wanted to, whatever. We also have their emails, meaning that we can now send them emails, and we built an email list, which is an asset for the long run, etc. And again, this is just the beginning, guys, because these are the opportunity channels. But now every single time that we post inside of our Facebook group, okay, and of course, remember what I told you, that YouTube is the best way to nurture your leads. The reality is that we can now make those same pieces of content that we're going to do in YouTube anyways, because that's what's going to build our brand, and that's also what's going to make sure build that awareness and convert people by itself. We can now post that inside of the group. So it's a flywheel effect, because your YouTube grows your group. Your group makes people know about your YouTube. The email list, every single time you load a YouTube video, you simply send an email to all of your list. Make sense? So it's an actual flywheel, guys. And this is the beauty of this system. And that's why I believe that this is the best funnel, since it's actually allows you to control every step of the way. If you want to keep it simple, you can just keep it everything on Facebook and just DM people who join the group who already know, like, and trust you. If you want to add a little bit more juice to the equation, but without having to build phone setters, you can add SMS and WhatsApp on top of the Facebook group flows and the email marketing, okay? If you wanted to really scale this funnel, you have the scalability of a BSL. Why? Because this part in here is pretty much the same thing as a BSL, just that instead of sending people to a landing page, you get their contact information inside of the actual platform, right? So you can do everything that I just described, but then once you actually finish those workflows with the lowest hanging fruit, you can just call all the leads and literally just triage them and book them on a call, okay? I'm actually thinking about making a video on that sometime soon, so if you want to see a video on how I do outbound calls to people who engage with my ads, let me know in the comments, and let me know also by liking the video, okay? That said, I made a video on how I do it in Spanish in my other YouTube channel, okay? So if you are a Spanish speaker, I will link the link to my YouTube channel so that you can go and watch that last video that I made, okay? This is pretty much what I wanted to talk about in this video. The beauty of this is that this funnel works 100% of the time, because there's no way in which you can screw this up, basically. Of course, you're always going to be limited to the skill that you have at every single thing that I just described, number one. But number two, and most importantly, it obviously just requires that you do the work, okay? This is not an automated funnel in the sense that you're just going to run ads and people are going to book a call, okay? It might happen just from the actual email marketing flows, once you send people your YouTube videos and they start to watch them and they auto-convert. But the reality here, guys, is that this is scalable, okay? Because now once per month you can just make a post inside of the group. Once per month you can just send an email list, an email blast offering your stuff and people booking a call. Every single time you load a YouTube video, you can, in the PS line, offer people to book a call with you. So even if it's not 100% automated, you're always going to be pretty much squeezing the most juice from your funnel and from your ad spend. And that's why this is the funnel that we use, and this is also why this is the one that we preach for our clients, okay? Not to even mention, guys, like the other benefits. Like, for example, I don't need to be doing anything on Instagram, like creating stories or posts, etc. Of course, that helps to make people know, like, and trust you a little bit more, etc. But you get my point. Since this is pretty much automated, you can automate a welcome sequence so that you have like 5 or 10 YouTube videos that every single new lead that comes gets feeded on a drip campaign automatically, for example. And then because of the nature of the Facebook group, you're going to notice that the content inside of the Facebook group is actually filtered, not necessarily by the newest content, but by the most relevant. Meaning that if you have bangers, even if that video was made 1 year ago, 2 years ago, if that video is still getting likes or people are actually engaging with it inside of your group, it always goes to the top, meaning that you don't have to be creating more and more content for the process to be efficient, okay? So guys, I hope that this video was helpful. If it was, make sure to let me know by liking the video, leaving a comment. And yeah, the call to action time, there's a link in the description that explains what we do a little bit better. If you are looking to work with us on a pay on results basis, go ahead and click the link, book a call, and talk with me or with someone on my team, okay?